Alright, I just got out of Walmart, and in today's video we're going to be doing two things. And it's going to be on completely separate days, but why not, I guess. And one of those things is going to be replacing the shifter down here. The manual button doesn't work anymore, like the buttons on the side of it. It will upshift, but it won't downshift, and I'm hoping it's just the shifter and not like a solenoid or something like that. But, because it works fine in auto, so I would say that's what it is. Gonna get that replaced. But today I just went and picked this up on clearance, and we're going to kind of see how well it works. This is the Whistler ZR19 Plus, and like I said, it's on clearance at Walmart, and supposedly it's a pretty nice little radar detector. So we're gonna open it up. Here is the radar itself. You can see your screen on the back there and your actual sensor here across the front. In the box we've got some paperwork, our charger, and what should be our mounts. Give me 1 second and I'm gonna install this really quick and I'll be right back. So what I actually ended up doing was, turn it on here, is I ran it down through here, over, down, all the way down here, into here was where the excess wires kept, and I plugged it in there. And that is kind of how I got it plugged in here. Good morning, everybody. So we are here, it's like a week later, and we're gonna do the follow-up on the radar. And I've also got the new shifter right there. I'm gonna give it a nice little cold start for you guys. I mean, it's not much, but it still sounds pretty good. Very loud when it first starts. So far, my impressions of this radar are awesome.
X-band.
I'm really liking it and all of its features.
Ka-band. Laser.
I also really appreciate the fact that it doesn't look like ridiculously stupid like the majority of radar detectors do. It's a pretty clean and sleek design, and it kind of just matches my whole dash very well. And I know you're thinking, why get a radar detector? For two reasons, really, for me at least. One, I think they're really cool. I don't really need it, but I think it's really cool because I got that one for $79, and for that price, I love it. Like, it's just so cool to kind of like know where the cops are at and see the different screen animations and all that stuff. Like, I just think it's awesome. And the second reason is if you kind of have a loud modified car like I do, I don't know about other towns, but in this town particularly, modified cars in any way, like even just a muffler to leave Fusion, tend to get a little bit of negative vibes from cops, and they will like pull you over just for having a loud exhaust. So if it can give me a little bit of warning on when there's going to be a cop, give me enough time to upshift, get it a little bit quieter back there, and keep things in control, then I will take that. One thing to keep in mind though is it isn't foolproof. It's not going to detect every cop on the road. Like, don't get something like this expecting to be able to detect every single cop that comes near you, because that's just not the case at all. Not all cops run their radar all the time, so that's obviously the downfall of something like that. You know what I mean? But altogether, the radar is actually awesome. So, and I'm, generally speaking, a pretty big fan of it. So let's get into this big box that has my new shifter in it from County Line Auto Parts. Look at how disgusting that is.
I was born in the dark, darkness of my hunger and pain. I was born.
We've got the old shifter out. It's sitting right here. And here's the new one. Just pretty much had to take this out, and then it's held in by these two screws on the trim pieces here on the side, and then there's 4 bolts from the bottom here that are loosened in. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get me some like cleaning cloths, and I'm just gonna come through here and clean out all these cracks and all the gunk down in here, and just kind of clean it up a little bit down here before we put the new shit.
Hands on my feet will carry me. This cold concrete will set me free. Set me free.
So I feel a little stupid right now. I've got the new one in down here, and quite frankly, it's in, but it's in really bad shape. Like you can see the damage there, and it's just like all scratched up, and it's loose, like everywhere. Like it's just loose, and it's not because like it's not screwed in or whatever. It's because like it's got some clips broken down there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the head of this one off with the buttons, and I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna put it back on my old one here. And it should fix this one that looks a bit nicer and that, you know, actually came with the car. And if I can keep it as original as possible, I'm going to do that. So, you can just kind of see, I ripped into it, I got it apart. Essentially the top connects from back here and over here on this side. You can see right there. Those clamps are broken on that one, which is what's causing it to be so loose. So while it would be quicker just to put the trim back on, start the car, and go with it right now, and just run with that one, I would rather kind of do it right and do it this way. But before we do that, I am kind of tempted to see, that shifter should work, because I have it entirely hooked in. So let's just see, out of curiosity, out of my satisfaction, if it works or not. Second, first. Right there's what's messed up on mine. Second, first. But see, as I'm clicking it, you can kind of see the whole thing messing up right there. So, yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. It's awesome to know that they do work though, and all this is for nothing. Alright, I've got the shifter put on to the old housing, so I just took the shifter off, put it on this one, and I'm so happy I did it.
Set me free. Everyone's searching for a purpose in life. A house for a home with some kids would be nice. Taught to believe that if we don't achieve, we're just another waste of space in front of a TV screen. I'm scared to believe in myself these days, cause if I try and I fail, what will my friends say? In a world full of hopes and dreams, I get nightmares every single time I sleep. Hands on my feet will carry me.
So we're just gonna check and make sure I've got everything put back together. I've got the trim pieces back in, and it should be good. So it does shift, reverse, drive, and then the manual shift. 1, 2, 1. Perfect. So I do believe we have it fixed, guys. So that was a bit more complicated than it needed to be, but that was just me personally that caused it to be like that, because I ended up not using the new housing that I ordered off of that wrecked car. I ended up just using my old housing with the head of that one. So I guess if there's anybody out there that needs the bottom housing to this, let me know. Before I go, 2 things. One, just found out if you have a little trees dangling on your dash, it's gonna mess up your paint on the dash of your car. So Needless to say, this thing is coming off. But it kind of sucks that that happened, though. Kind of looks like a little palm tree almost. Anyways, I also kind of redid some of the wiring here on the radar detector. Whenever you bring it down, after I took this all out, I ran it down underneath this and then over to this side, so that way the wire isn't going in here and coming out on that side. It just looks a little bit better that way. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Obviously, this car's got a long way to go, so, you know, just stick in here with me as we continue to build this car. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.